Ito naman mga boss, kilalanin naman natin ang ating Scientist of the Week sa ETC.
Started observing the mangrove forest in Pangasinan while I was still working there as a research assistant, and I noticed people keep on planting mangroves. So year in, year out, people plant mangroves, and I also observe every year that the growth of these planted mangroves are stunted and the survival is very low. Then that intrigued me, that challenged me. How come people are doing the planting regularly and yet the survival is very low? There are different ways to measure the progress, or if you want to call it success, / failure of a restoration program. One way to look at it is to find an indicator, or what in parlance is called the restoration indicator. These are the parameters that would either positively or negatively respond to certain changes. In this case, it's the time or the age of the mangroves. So I simply compared the ecosystem attributes of a planted mangrove versus that of a natural mangrove stand. I look at the plant attributes. It's basically the species composition, the canopy cover, the tree diameter, the tree height. I also look at the soil component, mainly the organic matter, because it forms the nutrient building block of the ecosystem, especially that we are concerned with the carbon sequestration. I also computed the carbon stock of planted mangroves and that of a natural mangroves, planted mangroves of different ages. So those two things, vegetation and the soil, but people especially in our national context, we are concerned what are the contribution of planted mangroves to the community. So aside from the plant and the soil, I also investigated the animals. In this case are the crabs, the mollusks, and the fishes. I simply computed or estimated how long will it take for the planted mangroves to match the system of a natural mangroves. And in our computation, it turns out if you do good, maybe you can match the function of a natural mangrove in 15 years. Or if you're doing bad, it will take at the least 25 years. When I say bad, you're doing a wrong restoration program. You can look at it at the negative or positive point of view. Negatively, look at what happened in our environment. If we don't take care of the environment, we can see calamities, the resiliency against natural disasters, for example, typhoon impacts, like the case of Yolanda. We will all be victims of these natural disasters if we don't take care, if we don't notice, if we don't participate with these environmental conservation projects. On a positive side, look at your surroundings. You just have to observe the beauty of the environment, the harmonious relationship among organisms. If we take care of it, if we will participate in these programs, we will be able to ensure that this ecosystem will survive, and once it survives, it will continuously provide services for us. Appreciate nature, appreciate science. There are lots of rewards if you will work with nature, and there are some experiences that are really worthy when you work with nature. So I encourage the youth to go out in the countryside and look what's happening in the countryside. You develop a research question that would address a certain needs of our community. I do hope that with this recognition, I would be able to inspire or challenge more my students, my research assistants. Hopefully, there will be more of us that will continue this type of work.